Hello, Beach Channel viewers. Welcome to South Florida Food Chat. I'm Max Wyler, and I'm here today with Elisa Marshall. Lisa, how are you?
Hello, I'm great. How are you doing this morning?
Oh, I'm doing all right. Where are you from?
Where am I? So I'm originally from Toronto, Ontario. So good Canadian girl, born and raised at heart, and made my way down to New York City about 12 years ago. And I'm a new Floridian as of about a month ago. Just moved here.
We got a lot of those lately.
You do. You sure
about?
do. Well, the weather, for one, is definitely quite an allure. And I think that there's just a great synergy between New York and Florida from a business standpoint. And it's a place close to my heart. I grew up with my grandparents having a place here, coming here all the time as a child. So when looking to kind of expand our wings under the Maman brand, it was kind of selfishly, I really wanted to come here. But it was kind of a great kind of natural transition for us.
Well, you speaking of weather, I mean, we have weather pretty good year round, except maybe in the summer. But today, oh my gosh.
Yeah.
If you got a convertible, this is the day,
we're lucking
right?
out. Yeah, this whole week so far has been.
All right, so your restaurant, tell us a little bit about it. How'd you get into this type of food and Wynwood? Wynwood's a cool place.
Absolutely. So Wynwood is our first location that we opened here in Miami. First of about 6 to come, which is very exciting for us. So how it all started was back 10 years ago this year, actually. It will be our anniversary. And my husband and I opened up what we thought was a very small little mom and pop shop, bakery, event space. He was a corporate lawyer. I was a wedding and event planner. And we just wanted to kind of have a quaint little coffee shop. You know, every girl's dream to have coffee and flowers and pretty things and throw parties. And we opened that in Soho back in 2014. And what we thought was just a little side gig really snowballed into so much more. So I'm very proud to say 10 years and 34 locations later, we decided to expand from New York City and DC, where majority of our locations are, to South Miami.
34 locations.
34,
wow.
Yeah.
Well, that wedding planner thing will prepare you for anything, right?
Yes, definitely.
Wow.
A lot of nasty customers, a lot of fun attention to detail, a lot of, quick on my toes problem solving. So
that bridezilla thing is a real thing, isn't it?
It's a thing.
What?
And you know what? The mother-in-laws sometimes are even worse than the bride. So
wow. Yeah. So no, I'm going through some of that myself right now with one of my daughters, and wow, all the things. And when you mention wedding, the price goes up 3 times too.
Absolutely. Yeah. It's a shame.
So being a wedding planner, that prepared you for the restaurant business? I mean, what?
It did. It really, I was, firstly, it started off doing catering. So I was doing a lot of sweet tables. Baking was a passion of mine, taught to me through my mom. Maman means mother in French, which a lot of people don't know. So it was really kind of a tribute to my mom and my husband's mother as well, because we're both mom trained chefs.
Any professional training? Or?
Nope. Neither of us. No, just very passionate mom and grandmother trained chefs. And now
professional moms and professional
exactly.
Okay,
and now we have much more talented chefs taking things over in the kitchen, and fortunate for everyone else out there. But it really just started with our mom's recipes, our grandmother's recipes, and what we were passionate about growing up.
Well, my first observation, you bake things and wonderful things, what we're going to talk about in a moment. But my grandmother always told me, don't trust a thin lady who's baking.
That's why I'm telling you, I'm not
about?
baking. I used to bake. Then you had to go on the Miami diet, come here, and now I'm not baking. So it's fine. You can trust me, and the pastries are delicious. But honestly, when you're around it so much, the last thing you want to do is eat it. I'm always often sampling it, but you come home and you smell like cookies and you smell like food and you're with it all day. So it's not as alluring 10 years later to be eating it every day, nor is it as healthy. Yeah, but
sounds good.
That's true.
On what kind
our neighbors either love us or hate us at our locations. So yeah, the ones in New York who live upstairs from us are just like, I'm gonna kill you. All I want to do is eat cookies all day long. I have the woof of the smells coming in through the windows. So
talk about your clientele in Wynwood.
Yeah, it's interesting because it's very mixed. Wynwood is a really unique little section in Miami. And also what we found really desirable is you get a nice array of people who kind of like work there, because there's the great concentration of commercial. There's residential. We're within the central building, so there's, lots of units going up. There's a lot of development around there with Midtown, with Edgewater from a residential standpoint. And then you have a lot of tourists coming there. There's the Wynwood Walls right beside us. There's tons of great attractions all throughout. So it's kind of for us a really nice mix of customers. I think primarily we skew to female, males, 25 to 40, I'd say would be our target customer. From a culinary standpoint, we really like to have balance on the menu, and we kind of go back to how our moms taught us how to eat. And, if you eat your salad, you can have a cookie for dessert, and, you can eat healthy, but then you can indulge. So we really make sure that we have a nice variety on the menu. We offer gluten-free items. We have vegan items. We can make any of our sandwiches on gluten-free bread to really accommodate for variety of different dietary restrictions.
Oh, cool. Our audience is tourists and residents, mm-hmm. and it's kind of, if to that audience right now, I'd say the cool place to go is Wynwood. So Absolutely. You fit right in there, right?
Absolutely. And to be honest, there's not a lot of competition around. There's a lot of great places, but I think we're really unique in what we offer in the space. There's definitely a lot of great bakeries, but for me, going, especially coming from New York, where there's 10 other coffee shops and cafes on the same block, my challenge and what I present myself with on a daily basis as I do my team is, how can we be better than just great coffee and great food and great pastries? Because you can find that everywhere.
So great pastries.
Yes.
I see something up on the monitor.
Oh, yes.
You're torturing us with these pictures.
I know.
And it's only pictures, right?
It's only pictures for now. For now, you'll come in and get the real deal soon.
So what are we looking at here?
So that is our almond croissant. So that is a really delicious croissant that's double baked with almond paste sprinkled with sugar, slivered almonds on top. It's one of our top selling items, and we also do that in a chocolate almond croissant as well.
And you can do that gluten free?
No, not that one.
Looks
not
too
that
good
one.
to be
no,
gluten-free,
sorry.
Right? No, that's all right. I love.
But
gluten.
this one we can do gluten free.
Oh, what do we got here? This looks pretty good. This looks a little more healthy.
It is. It's healthy. It's delicious. So this is one of our best selling items. This one is our classic avocado toast. So we use a really great country sourdough bread, a mix of like a pico de gallo of tomatoes, onions, fresh herbs, and this is also available on gluten free toast. So this is a really great healthy lunch, breakfast, just all around delicious treat. Add smoked salmon to the top of it, add a fried egg to the top of it. Very, wholesome and delicious.
Gluten-free toast. I think I'd pass. It looks good just the way it is there. All right. So what do we got here?
Ooh, this one. Zooming in on this one. Oh, this one's delicious. This is the Kadisha sandwich. So all of our sandwiches are actually named after those who inspired the recipe. Some of our employees as well are those who provided us with the recipe. So this one here was named after one of our employees. And
Kadisha.
This is a grilled halloumi sandwich with fresh herbs and a great pesto, some jalapeno kick in there as well. Also can be made gluten-free. And this one is vegetarian.
Oh, wow. The vegetarian thing's really popular with people trying to go healthy. Though we've learned from some of the TV stuff we're doing, you can be vegetarian and still be very unhealthy.
Oh, yes, most definitely.
Yeah, that looks pretty healthy, though.
Now, so speaking of healthy, here is our nutty chocolate chip cookie.
This does not look healthy.
So, that's why it's balance, right? Your mom teaches you eat all in balance. So this kind of was our claim to fame, and this specific cookie is what really put us on the map. So this is our nutty chocolate chip cookie. We came up with this recipe. It was a recipe of the former chef's aunt who gave it to us. So this is dark chocolate, macadamia nuts, walnuts, and almonds, and it has some sea salt in it as well. This is kind of what we're known for. This cookie put us on our map, put us on the map, I should say, as being one of the best cookies in New York City, as per New York Times, Grub Street, and Oprah. So we were fortunate enough to get on Oprah's list back in 2017, saying that we had, one of the best cookies.
What's the name of this cookie?
Our nutty chocolate chip cookie.
It's not named after the lady who inspired it?
No, not this one, not this one. So this one is just kind of our one of our staples that we have in the shop. And this one's great because it's really crunchy on the outside, it's gooey on the inside. It has the nice texture balance of the crunchy nuts. The chocolate is melty and delicious.
You don't have any rules where I can, if I go straight to the cookies first and then go to the sandwiches, that's all right at your place?
No, what you do is up to you. We're not gonna judge. No judgment.
Oh, okay, cool. All right, so what do we got here? We got
quiche. This is our quiche Lorraine. So this is our ham and cheese quiche, which is one of our classics that we have, made with Parisian ham, Comté cheese, and quiche is it's very hard to find a delicious quiche. This kind of recipe stems from my husband, who is French from the south of France, and his heritage, and it's great for all day. It's a delicious, high protein breakfast. Awesome for lunch with, a little side salad, but then also makes a great dinner. Easy to pack, easy to take on the go. Quiche to me is very underrated. It's a really delicious dish.
Yeah, no, it can be.
Yeah.
It's got to be fresh and everything else. So who cooks at home? You or your husband?
Both. Well, he does more of the cooking. I do more of the baking, but we have a good balance.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
He's good?
He's great. He's amazing. Yeah.
Just grandmother training or mom training?
Both. Yeah, both. Oh, okay. He's probably, I would say he's definitely much better the savory side of things, whereas I kind of take over in the dessert department.
What's his go-to dish?
His go-to dish, he makes a lot of pastas. He actually made an incredible barbecue pizza last night. I feel like we have 2 little kids as well, so I feel like that's our new Florida easy outdoor dinner. And he makes the dough himself, rolls it out, does it on the barbecue, big, delicious square style pizza. So that's kind of the family crowd pleaser for right now.
Oh, cool. Your children help out in any of the restaurants?
Oh, absolutely. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
My 4-year-old is an avid cook and baker. And if you check out our Instagram, he actually has his own little cooking segment on there where he cooks through our cookbook. So it's called, his name is Yves. So it's Yves Saint Croissant.
Oh, cool.
As his little tag name that we've given him.
I love it.
So I'm being the momager, plugging my 4-year-old son now. So, but he's got this whole little video series going. That's just so fun.
And he's a fan of the cookies, I'm sure.
Oh, he's our official taste tester for everything.
Oh,
yeah.
Okay, cool. He's not afraid to try new stuff, though.
Absolutely not. No.
Speaking of new stuff, what are we looking at here?
New stuff. So this is an exclusive. This one's beautiful and delicious. This is an exclusive here in Miami. So our head pastry chef, Jean-Louis, is very talented. He loves kind of playing with the fusion of classic French technique, but American flavor palette. So here he took the everything bagel seasoning craze that we have here in the US and love. And he took the classic croissant and he did a croissant bun. So it's actually a croissant that's in the shape of a cylinder, rounded. It's then rolled in everything bagel seasoning. And then this one, we slice it here on a diagonal and we fill it with whipped ricotta, with pickled onions, fresh herbs, and smoked salmon. So this is a very, very delicious sandwich. We also do this same croissant bun with a ham and cheese.
Is this a lunch dinner thing or can I have this anytime?
Breakfast, lunch, brunch,
cool.
and dinner. Why not?
Oh, here's an interesting one.
Yeah. So it's not served like this. This is just for aesthetic purposes. It does look like a beautiful garnish, though, on this beverage. So this specific drink is our guava lemonade. So it's a guava mint lemonade that we do, which is also an exclusive here in Miami. So we've had fun playing with a lot of the local fruits and doing a little twist. And then our pastry that you see on top is called Maman's fruit basket. So it's our traditional croissant dough that's kind of almost made in like a Danish shape, hollowed out, filled with a guava cream, and then topped with fresh fruit.
Guava finds its way into a lot of stuff in South Florida, especially
the
vegan crowd.
Yes, yeah. Most definitely. People love it. It's got that nice kind of like acidic tang to it, and it's just a really unique flavor profile that we are having a lot of fun playing with it because you don't see it very often in New York.
Oh, okay. Well, cool. So what is this one now? This looks very New Yorky.
This is just a really good classic. This kind of is a little bit more Spanish influenced. It's a really great prosciutto, some manchego cheese, and then the bread is fantastic baguette that we have that's rubbed with almost a bruschetta-like tomato and garlic spread. So this is just kind of a really good classic, simple sandwich.
So my wife always talks about the bread in New York. She's from New York. Is it something in the water? What is it? What makes the bread, bagels, all those things better in New York?
It's funny. We found, I think on the flip side, breads down here are tough, as are pastries, because of the humidity in the air. So, you lose that crunchiness, you lose that crispiness that you have the second you take it out of the oven, where I feel like it's retained a little bit more in New York. So I think that primarily is the difference between the two. But my husband, coming from France, is, of course, a bread snob. So you can be sure the bread at our location has been vetted and tested, and we must have done like 30 tastings till we found like the perfect breads for each dish that we have, because it's a challenge finding good bread, fresh, especially for a French man.
Oh yeah, I remember in France, you go in those little shops and the bread's there, and
go in the gas stations. They're fabulous. Anywhere you go, the breads are fabulous. Very, very but it's also, I think it plays into quality of ingredients and accessibility of really good, clean ingredients over there that we don't
lighter
have
humidity.
Here as well.
No,
oh, most definitely. But really, even with our pastries, we find that to be, we really try and bake on demand. So within our Wynwood location, that's actually our commissary kitchen. So behind, we have a huge kitchen, which is great because all of our production is going to be stemming from there. And how we kind of work and how we're going to work as we grow is making sure that we're not, baking mass amounts and having it out and sit out all day. We're really going to be baking off, 12 croissants in the morning. And then we have the ability to kind of keep going as we need to. So given that we have our large commissary behind us, it really, helps to keep the freshness of the item. Same with the cookies. So you're not coming in having, a stale, mushy croissant. It's always going to be fresh and crisp.
So what's the next location? Do you have any ideas? There's some cool spots in South Florida.
There are. So the next location's kind of a toss-up and tie between South Miami and Coral Gables, whoever wants to get the permits going for us quicker. Those
Well, that next South Beach out.
Yeah, well, that's true. So we're waiting. Yes, we're still waiting on that one. Yeah, yes. That's the permitting process is never fun, but good things come to those who wait, and we waited a long time for Wynwood, and we're happy to finally be here. So we have those two, which will be coming up next, and following that, we're opening at Ventura shortly after, and we're opening West Palm Beach shortly after
Aventura
as well.
Is great.
Yeah,
we love Aventura. The Aventura Mall people are good friends of ours. We got a lot of shops in there.
Wonderful.
We do a lot of shooting there. Aventura is very, very
nice. I
nice.
know. We're really excited for the expansion here. And the fact that there's so many great pockets that can be close to one another, like South Miami and Coral Gables. Yeah, they just feel totally different. It's a quick drive, but, different vibe, different people, different neighborhoods. So
it's like just a different destination so close. I mean, Coral Gables, Wynwood, Aventura, they're all very distinct and different. And Coconut Grove.
West Palm,
Yeah, exactly. So what do we got? Let's get back to the food here, the important stuff.
The important
what is
stuff.
This?
So this is the same, as I mentioned this before. So this one is the same as the previous one. The croissant, everything croissant roll. But here we have ham and cheese on it.
Looks good. What's that? Is that little?
It's a little cornichon on the top as a garnish.
I love those.
Yes.
Man, love those. Aha, I see some avocado looking something.
This is actually our green gazpacho. So this one, so this is just kind of a nice lighter take on, traditional tomato gazpacho. So this one is very herb forward, cucumber, mint, really light, refreshing. And then we kind of swirl the top with creme fraiche as an option, or you can hold that to make it vegan.
It's tomato based, but green.
Nope, it's no tomato in that one.
Oh, there's no tomato.
Yes.
In there. Oh, okay. All right. Here's another neat little setup here.
Yeah, so this is
little
just a
dishes
little
and all.
array of some of our different salads. Yeah, so speaking of the dishware, so all of our dishware is all mismatched blue and white china. This all started from a collection that Ben's grandmother passed down to us, and I couldn't find the matching set, and so I just kind of kept growing it, and now I've grown it 34 locations later. So all of our flatware in the restaurant is all vintage mismatched blue and white floral china, which is really fun to kind of just, give that little added extra something special. It's the wedding planner in me and the attention to detail that I love so much.
So which part of the business do you like better? Do you like the expansion part or do you like the operation part? What excites you the most?
I think the operation part, my husband looks after. We kind of complement each other very well in the sense that I kind of look after a lot of the branding, the marketing, the social media, the growth, the lifestyle element of it. And then even from a culinary standpoint, I often, oversee a lot on the savory menu, of the sweet menu, whereas he looks after a lot more of like the operations, the finance, the accounting, retail growth strategies. So we're very fortunate that both of our strengths really complement one another and we don't overlap too much.
All that stuff sounded fun except that accounting thing.
Yeah, I know.
Doesn't sound fun.
Yeah, he does all the boring stuff and I get to do all the fun stuff.
Yes. But that's what lawyers are supposed to do, right?
Exactly,
that's his training.
Exactly. And he's really good at it. So, you know what? Yeah.
Well, in the restaurant business, restaurant business is a tough business and it's got to be consistent.
Absolutely.
And there's a reason why a lot of them just don't make it.
Oh, for sure. No, most definitely.
Consistency and all. Our normal host of this show, he owns 10 restaurants.
Okay.
And he's
he knows
working
all about
7 days a week. Is that what you do?
He's not here, probably. Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Putting out a fire in one of them. It is, it's really a labor of love and a lot more than that too. I think for us, it's a 24-hour job because we are also, both business partners in it together. So in that sense, we're, we wake up at midnight sometimes and bounce business ideas off one another. It's always present. It's part of our lives.
Well, Lisa, thank you for coming and talking with us a little bit about your restaurant and the expansion. I love the business side of it. I like just hearing how it works and the consistency from one location next amazes me. It just amazes me when it's done right. So thank you for coming. I can't wait to go over to your place.
Yes.
I'm going to buzz over there tonight.
Please do.
Yep,
yes, we'd love to have you.
So Beach Channel viewers, that's another episode of South Florida Food Chat in the Bank. Thank you very much for coming and visiting with us and all. And I can't wait to get down to the restaurant.
Good. Can't wait to have you.
Wynwood, here I come.